I still feel 35 until I try getting out of bed." Then he looked at his wife and said, "I don't know how retirement got this close." And suddenly the conversation wasn't funny anymore. Because once everything was finally out on the table, the weight of everything started hitting them. Retirement accounts were all over the place. Taxes hadn't really been looked at. Healthcare costs worried them. And life had stayed busy for so long. They never stopped to look at where things actually stood. Then the husband said, "We've worked our whole lives, so why does it feel like we're still behind?" They just wanted to know they weren't heading towards future problems they could have prevented sooner. Every day felt full before it started. Work every day, family responsibilities, things breaking, people needing things, some things always needing money. And every week just kind of rolled into the next without either of them really stopping to think about what retirement would actually look like for them. The deeper the conversation went, the more they realized they kept pushing things off because there was always something else needing their attention. And every year they told themselves, "We'll deal with it later." Until later was now. Then my wife said something a lot of people probably feel. "We thought we still had time," because retirement doesn't usually show its face all at once. It keeps moving closer while people are busy surviving life. Once everything was finally laid out in front of them, the accounts, the taxes, the debt, the spending, the retirement projections, the numbers finally started telling a story. The husband leaned back in his chair and he said, "I didn't realize how much we avoided. We kept pushing things off until avoiding it started feeling harder than facing it." And that's when the conversation shifted. Because now they weren't guessing anymore. They could finally see where they stood, what worried them, what needed attention, and what options still existed. You could feel the tension kind of changing because uncertainty wasn't controlling every thought anymore. The very next week, they came back in, ready to stop avoiding it. And the husband, he laughed walking in and he said, "I slept better after that last meeting." Not because everything changed overnight, but because now we know what we're dealing with. You can hear the difference immediately. Less, hopefully thinking things will work out. Maybe we still have time or we'll deal with it later. And more, what do we need to do first? Because once they finally stopped avoiding things, they realized the pressure was worse than the conversation itself. Nothing changed until they finally stopped avoiding it. A lot of people are living exactly there right now, still hoping things work out, more time fixes it, or later somehow arrives slower than it does. But eventually later becomes now. And the people who usually feel the most relief are the ones who finally face what they've been avoiding.